Hello, it's friezenfan here with the second part of this house build. Um, I'm gonna say a lot of I guess this part. This is the second part of this house build. This is the last house I've built um, on this lot. This is the lot with the three houses. You have previously seen me build them, and at this moment I'm extending the house because I really didn't like the fact that there was no window on the landing area, so I'm expanding it a bit to fit this window in, because I think that will be nicer, especially from the inside, because then at least if you're on this landing you get the opportunity to have some natural light come in and you can look out of that if you wanted to, if you're living in this house. This house is a family house for the family that's I've built this house for has 3 teenage daughters and a toddler son that's a toddler. Do with it what you want, something like that. And you can see me trying to make some small adjustments, because I originally went for this open floor plan, and we're now chucking that idea in the bin and making the living room separate from the hallway, so that this hallway situation gets its own room. As for the living room, it's also now separate, which I guess would be nice, sort of. And then of course we need to add another bookcase, because that would look nice, a whole wall of bookcases. That's something that I would like in my house. I don't own much books. I might have like 5 books, but I would like a bookcase, a wall of bookcases. I think that would look neat. But that's not gonna happen in my house, but I can at least build them in The Sims, because that's generally what you would do, I guess. But yeah, we're now finishing off the rest of this house. As you can see, I guess. We're checking in another light. I had quite some fun building these 3 houses on this lot. This is definitely the biggest house. You could potentially say that this family bought this property and decided that it was too much land for themselves, and they gave other people the option to build their house on the same patch of land, especially with this smallish lake pond situation in the middle, which is quite nice, if I say so. And this is definitely a family vibe that this house is getting from me right now, like a bit of a traditional house, sort of. I think I already told this in the first part, but I have to fill this lovely voiceover anywho. So here we go. This is built in the town that my current household I'm playing in lives in. And this town was almost completely empty. A couple of houses were in there. I'm really struggling today with this voiceover. I always struggle, but it's now apparently also very hard to talk, so that's great. That's definitely what we're here for, I guess. So this town needs to be filled up a bit more with houses. That's definitely what you will be in the future some more houses in this world, because currently their oldest son is grown up to be a young adult, and I think it's definitely time for him to move out. But there are no houses in this world that I can move him out to, so that might be one of the next houses I build. This house is the house that the girlfriend of the youngest son lives in. But it's taking me a while to play through this family I'm playing off screen because of this empty world. So I think it's gonna be nice in the future that this world maybe have a little bit more houses. I might then just have to chuck out some families and put it, save it as a save file kind of situation. So I can start from there and not start in an empty world. Because the world itself is quite nice. It's on an island and it's I know where all the collectibles are spawning and stuff. Just a pretty nice island. Of course, this island compared to a lunar island that James Turner built is like completely different, and that island is way more sophisticated, put together, something along those lines. And I think I did something that I have not done before much. You might have seen me do it in those vacation rental houses. I built a couple of house builds back. I'm gonna put a seating area on the porch, on the back porch, which is not something I would have thought about before, but I think because I built those rental vacation homes, I started thinking, oh, that might not be a bad thing to do. So here we are doing that in a second. We're also filling this outdoor area a bit with some furniture. I just placed the grill and now we're recoloring the table. And remember, this video is already sped up. It's, I think, 4 times sped up. Imagine how long it took to do in real life if you think that this is not that quickly. So here you can see me trying to fit this seating area here on this porch, because we have these benches. It's a set of the 2-seater and a 3-seater, and they're quite nice, especially in this more traditional house. And it's something more to put there, which is also nice, maybe. Just maybe. And I think now I'm gonna quickly, of course, you can see that I'm gonna do the outside landscaping as well. I saved that for a reason, I think, to the last part, because it just made more sense. And I'm just making some paths. Ignore the younger partner. Just ignore him. That toddler is none of your business. None of my business either. And we're putting some willows next to the waterfront. Because I think if you say lake or pond, I immediately think willow. So that's what we're doing. And just putting some more landscaping down, because I think that would turn out pretty nice. Sort of. At least it's something, and it's better than nothing. I could admit that I am not the best at landscaping, but I at least try. I think that trying is already a start. Many people that just don't try. And I think I'm gonna even, just for the fun of it, spruce it up and do some terrain paint in this build as well. Just because I can. It's also something I don't often do. But I think also those family rental vacation homes thing that I did recently, those 3 speed builds, inspired me maybe to do a bit more of landscaping and terrain paint, just to make it look a bit more realistic. And I have this terrain paint that's like a river works or something, which we're gonna look for in a second, and I can't find them, of course, because you know how it is. Just gonna place a couple of them down. Trying to make it look a little bit more realistic. Perhaps if we can do that. And I think at the end I've chucked some screenshots and an overview of the whole lot. Of course, and the screenshots of the house that we just finished are also in there. But I think it's nice to see the overview of the whole lot as well. So we're doing that. We're chucking down some flowers at the minute. And then I realized I'm building a family home, and it would be nice for this family for the kids to have a place outside that they can play in and stuff. So that's definitely what we're gonna try and do. I think in a second try and place that down. I am not good with terrain paint, not at all. But we're doing it. We're painting the ground. And I think these houses are definitely for more of a private family. I don't think any of these houses are particularly built for people that are very outgoing and stuff, because it's kind of a bit more remote. I would suggest this lot is somewhere in the mountains, or at least somewhere outside-ish. Not near a big town. Maybe just as this island, near a smallish village kind of situation, with amenities that you need, but not super extravagant or something like that. But I think this is going to be the end of the video. You can see me finishing off this lot as we speak. If you enjoyed watching this house build, you can like the video, thumbs it up, subscribe to my channel so you see the next house build in 2 weeks time on a Thursday. My name is friezenfan, and I hope you have a lovely day. Goodbye.